Celebrities who are glad that Selena and Justin broke up. Jelena. Talk about drama, talk about heartbreak, and then talk about Jelena. All of these are synonymous with each other. Of all the Hollywood love stories and breakups, the one involving the Disney star and singer Selena Gomez dating and breaking up with the Canadian pop star Justin Bieber has topped the charts. Something that started as a cute romance between the two was just the beginning of a long and tiring emotional roller coaster ride for both of them, and especially Selena Gomez. Hearts were broken and made it to the headlines several times, and this is a topic still in the discussion even though one of them is already married. Welcome back to Celeb News, where we like to keep you informed and entertained with interesting stories from around the world. Today we're going to see who are some of the celebrities who are glad that the on and off love story between Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber is over and for good. Let's get started. Taylor Swift. Knowing the kind of bond Selena and Taylor Swift share, it should come as no surprise that this pop diva would be glad that Jelena doesn't exist anymore. But if you argue the given fact that Taylor has had her share of nasty breakups, to want the same thing for her friend, then you could not be further from the truth. In fact, when Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez started dating each other, Taylor was happy for them and was known to openly support their relationship. But after Justin broke Selena's heart time and time again, the scenario changed, and can you blame Taylor for that? Who would want to see their best friend being emotionally drained and constant breakups and fights? At the 2013 Billboard Awards, when Selena and Justin shared a kiss, there was a secret camera that recorded Taylor's reaction, and it was one of genuine disapproval. That night, Selena and Taylor were seen whispering to each other's ears while Justin was up on stage receiving the Billboard Milestone Award. When Access Hollywood asked Taylor what she was busy whispering to her BFF, she told them it was a bag of worms they didn't want to open. Also, she passed on a question about Justin being so young and winning the Billboard Milestone Award that clearly showed her dislike for the guy. Selena Gomez. Well, obviously when a guy breaks your heart over and over again so that the only thing that's constant between the two of you is your breakups, you're not really a big supporter of your own relationship anymore, are you? Whatever Justin did to Selena to hurt her, and then her forgiving him for it, became more like a toxic cycle than Selena could not come out of, and which in turn caused her great emotional distress. Thus, it is not a surprise that the pop star would now be glad that Justin is finally out of her life for good. As a matter of fact, in an interview with David Letterman on his talk show, when he jokingly told her that he had made Justin cry, Selena joked right back saying that they made the two of them cry. Now if that's not savage, way to go, Selena. Mandy Teefey and Ricardo Gomez. There's so much we unknowingly put our parents through, and it is even our own fault sometimes. Like, how do you think Mama and Papa Gomez felt seeing their beautiful, successful daughter breaking down over some guy? And that too, not just once. It isn't easy for our parents who raise us with such love and care and who want us to protect us from the vices of the world to see us suffering on someone else's account. The same was true for Selena's parents as well. To think of all the things their daughter had achieved, starting from transforming herself into a famous musical icon, single-handedly lifting their parents from the clutches of poverty to establish herself as a prominent philanthropist for UNICEF, is an understatement to say that they're proud of their daughter. Just imagine the amount of hurt they had to endure to see such a talented daughter check herself into rehab for getting counseled on emotional issues. In the modern world, when celebrities are having a hard time accepting they have substance addiction and seeking help, Selena Gomez voluntarily went to seek help over the emotional drama that Justin left in his wake. Reports say that her parents were supporting this initiative of hers as Selena was found abusing Xanax. The cast of Wizards of Waverly Place. The famous teen TV series Wizards of Waverly Place, where Selena spent most of her youth playing the role of Alex Rousseau, was a huge success at those times. Her on-screen family consisted of David DeLuce, Maria Canals Barrera, and her parents were like a second family to Selena. They have seen Selena grow from a sweet, talented teenager to one of the most iconic figures in the Hollywood music industry, just as much as her biological family has. Thus, it's needless to say that they were not big fans of Jelena. The one time when Justin had broken Selena's heart into a million pieces While she was shooting the reunion movie for Wizards of the Waverly Place, all her co-stars rushed to her defense. David DeLuise, who played the role of her dad on the show, tweeted that all women should be treated with respect and even threw a warning in Justin's direction to better listen up. Maria tweeted in a more subtle tone, praising Selena to be her beautiful and strong co-star with an emphasis on the word strong. Then there was this savage tweet from a co-star, Jennifer Stone, which stated, and here we quote, "That's why you don't rob the cradle, because babes be trippin'," about Selena being 2 years older than Justin. They also come under the list of celebs who were more than glad that the couple was no longer together. Jenner sisters. When everybody is busy talking about the fiasco that Selena and Justin Bieber's numerous breakups and patch-ups were, the names that sometimes miss the attention are Kendall and Kylie Jenner. Oh, they're glad that Jelena is no longer in the scene, and not for benevolent reasons for sure. The fact they seem to have played a subtle role in handing over heartbreak to Selena. The Jenner sisters were seen to tag along with Selena at Coachella, a musical festival which they ended up going together too. But just as quickly the three united, even quicker they fell divided. This happened as one of both of the Jenner sisters were rumored to have been hooking up with Bieber, and even a love triangle was speculated. Shortly after this, Selena unfollowed them on Instagram, and since then what started as a competition between the sisters on which one of them could post most of their flirtatious selfies with the serial heartbreaker, no surprise there, Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez go way back, long back. They met as kids who were auditioning for the Disney show Barney, and since then they have been best friends who have stood out by each other's side through thick and thin and all the curveballs that life has thrown towards them. Both of these women have faced some of the toughest times together. Demi's drug addiction and self-mutilation, Selena's diagnosis with lupus, and her mother's tragic miscarriage. But above all, throughout the rollercoaster ride of Selena's journey with Bieber, Demi has had Selena's back. Thus it was no wonder that she would be happy for her friend now that she is finally able to come out of a toxic relationship. During one episode of a public breakup of the couple, Demi Lovato tweeted reminding her BFF how much she was worthy of love, even when circumstances were not so favorable. Again, another time after a breakup, Demi went all the way to Beverly Hills to meet with Selena at Craig's restaurant, where they were spotted exchanging loving hugs at the end of their dinner. But Jelena did manage to put a wedge between the two, as there was this one time when Demi told on a talk show that people change and grow apart, and that she would have killed Bieber if she had the chance to. And this brings us to the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it, and if you did, hit that like button. Oh, and don't forget to let us know what you think about the video in the comment section below, and we will see you in the next video.